Hello, hello. We're going to look at two types of respiration now. So we talked yesterday about aerobic respiration, which you don't really know what that means yet, but you'll find out here in a second. So today we're going to add in another type called anaerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration, again, we looked at yesterday. Oxygen was present and was taken in. And we're going to see what happens when oxygen isn't present during respiration, what's going to go down. So aerobic exercise, if you think back to your health and wellness classes, aerobic exercises are those more like cardio, swimming, walking, running. You're able to continuously keep a pace with breath. It's easier to breathe. You're not doing any quick spurts of kind of holding your breath or anything else like that. So aerobic respiration is respiration that has oxygen present. Anaerobic exercises and anaerobic respiration would be something that's going to be like quick sprints, lifting, where you're going to have a high intensity push event. Maybe you hold your breath or you change the way that you have your breathing patterns going. So there's going to be less oxygen available with anaerobic, no oxygen. So let's talk about aerobic respiration first. And again, it's the same thing as yesterday. It's just a linear diagram. So again, glucose comes in, or sugar, and starts, excuse me, the process of glycolysis. And during glycolysis, again, it makes the 2 ATP, which is the little battery right here. Then it sends its electrons off to the Krebs cycle. And during that time at the Krebs cycle, it turns and gives off carbon dioxide, and then makes its own 2 little ATPs during that process as well. Again, remember, carbon dioxide is a waste product. And the electrons from both glycolysis and the Krebs cycle move on to the electron transport chain right here. So oxygen comes in along with those electrons to produce the 34 ATP, and then water as a waste product. So this was the same process as yesterday. And again, we have totaling, we got 34 down here for the electron transport chain. Really what happens, you'll see a fluctuation on different diagrams, but as long as you understand that the amount of ATP produced is over 30, that's the main point of respiration. So aerobic respiration is going to produce ATP in the numbers 30 and above, so anywhere between 30 to 38-ish. Okay, so let's see what happens if no oxygen is present and anaerobic respiration occurs. So again, you start with glucose. So glucose comes in, starts glycolysis, and produces the 2 ATP. Because there is no Krebs cycle or electron transport chain, the process completely stops here. If you're not going to introduce oxygen, then there's no reason or purpose for those other steps. So everything stops here. And all we really have going on is a release of carbon dioxide as a waste product. And there are 2 more things that are actually created then. Something called lactic acid and alcohol. If we don't have enough oxygen in our muscle cells, we actually start to produce something called lactic acid. And this is that sore, burning feeling that you get in your muscles if you've kind of exhausted them too quickly. And this process is also seen in fermentation of alcohol, or is also the process that we use when we make bread rise. So a lot of oxygen allows for the production of a lot of ATP and keeps us moving and going. But if we don't have oxygen present or enough oxygen present, we're going to start to produce lactic acid. And that lactic acid is going to build up in our muscles, make them stiff, sore, and very, very painful. So again, what we're seeing here is that we want to see oxygen present in order for good aerobic activity to occur. And that is the process between aerobic and anaerobic respiration.